everybody, Questwise here again, back here in the living room, and RPG a day number 2000. I keep saying number. RPG a day number 14, year 2017. Question number 14: which RPG do you prefer for open-ended campaign play? I saw Runeslinger's video on this earlier, and I think he's right. I think I have the same sort of mindset that he does when he says that he sort of approaches every game with the idea that he wants it to be open-ended and non-ending. But sometimes life doesn't allow those things to happen. But when I was digging through my collection of stuff, the games that I find that when I actually start to prepare for them, the games that instantly come to my mind, I'm like, hey, are we going to do some one-shots? Are we going to do a mini campaign? Do we want to do an ongoing thing? And if somebody says we want to do an ongoing thing, I'm like, okay, here's the game I want to play. Here's the game I want to choose. Burning Wheel by Burning Wheel. Luke Crane actually developed this one, wrote this one himself. Burning Wheel is one of the most intense, one of the most amazing games I have ever stumbled across. I'd never heard of Burning Wheel until a friend of mine, Wayne, had offered to sell me a copy for a very fair price. He was getting rid of some stuff and had an extra copy of this, and he said, "You're really gonna love this game. You're really gonna dig this." Now, if you haven't seen Burning Wheel before, this is a sort of digest-sized book. It's sort of like a Bible in its shape and construction, and but this is by far the be-all and end-all of fantasy role-playing games. And the reason is why this lends itself so well to an ongoing campaign is because you become, during character creation, you become so invested in the character and their entire past, and by using what they call the life path system, you're actually with this character from the day that they're born until the day that you actually start playing the actual game. And so there's a lot of stuff invested, even in character creation, which I will not lie, takes time, takes several, maybe 2 hours to do, depending on how many life paths you want to do, and such. And the game it is built in such a way that it sort of teaches you as it goes, slowly sort of adding complexity as you go, but there's so much depth and so much sort of I'm not even sure what the word to use. There's so much depth and so much complexity that can be within this thing that you want this game to go on forever. You want this game, and it can go on forever, even though it can be very deadly. Combat is not something you want to just easily jump into. If steel is actually drawn, your character might be in trouble pretty quickly, unless he knows really what he's doing in fighting. But this game really lends itself to telling long, overarching stories. I've seen Luke Crane, the designer, actually run some one-shots with it, and while it seems that those went very well, I can't imagine myself actually running some one-shots with this. I think this is one of those games that you want to sort of ease people into, maybe with some D&D or some Palladium Fantasy, and then after they've got a little bit of that sort of idea of role-playing under their belt, then introduce them to Burning Wheel if you want any kind of significant long-running stuff going on. But Burning Wheel does that very, very well. That would be my answer for today's question on an open-ended campaign setting. Burning Wheel by Luke Crane. Check it out. Worth a shot. Until tomorrow, we're Questwise, and we're out.